That was one of my tiny habits. The step is essentially very easy. As you can see just now, is one word per day. And sometimes I miss it, I just deal with it. If you feel to be more productive, lose weight, or exercise regularly, or even just maintaining your New Year's resolution for even a week, it's not your fault. It is a design flaw. After reading the book Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg, one of the Stanford researchers, he made an exceptionally good point about how to build habits and how to actually sustain and maintain those habits. Behavior or habits can be represented by a simple equation, which is, I'll show you on the screen, B equals to MAP. Okay? Essentially, B stands for behavior, M stands for motivation, A stands for ability, P stands for prompt. To demonstrate how this works, wait a second. That was a phone call. There was 3 factors in work. Okay? The first factor, we can start with the prompt. The prompt is where the phone is ringing, and the ability is my action to pick up the phone. And the motivation behind it might be an important call from someone. All 3 elements together, this will make a habit, or you might say a behavior, to happen. Simple as that. That is how the model works. Besides, we will delve more into it by looking at this graph. Y-axis stands for your motivation, okay, which is high and can be low at times, okay, and here is our ability. Here is hard to do, here is easy to do, and these 2 factors, okay, are related by this line. Is what we call an action line. Okay, so this action line essentially is like your reciprocal curve. Okay, action line. Let's say you are tasked to read 1 book in a week. So this one, let's say you have a relatively high motivation, but it is very difficult to succeed in it. So the point lies here, it is not beyond the action line, so this action would not happen. Okay, but if let's say I ask you to take out the book every single day, just the simple action of taking out, so this is very easy to do. Okay, and even if you are very low on motivation, it is still above the action line, so the behavior will work. After understanding that motivation and ability, okay, are related by the action line, by adjusting one of these 3 factors, you can essentially create or slowly stopping a habit. Okay, so let's talk about the first one first, the motivation factor. The Fogg's behavior model that we will be following will not depend much on motivation. Because why? Motivation is like a monkey. Okay, it does not like to follow trends. It is, you can imagine, it's like someone you can go to bar with, okay, you can drink with, but he's not someone who you can really depend on. He's really fun on the outside, but when it comes to serious stuff, you can't really depend on him. We have dealt with one of the factors and why we should not actually depend on it, and we will delve into 2 other factors, and we will state 7 steps, okay, 7 steps, okay, which will help to design you a new behavior based on the Fogg's behavior model. Okay, so there are the 7 steps here. I'll list it down on the screen and I will go into it one by one in detail. Okay, first step is to clarify your aspirations. Okay, what do I mean by that? Is you set yourself a big target. Let's say you want to run a marathon, you want to lose weight, you want to climb a mountain. These are the end goals that you want to achieve. Step 2 is to explore behavior options. So this is time to be creative. Okay, so let's say we have our big aspiration already. You can add many other behaviors, okay, that can result into this ultimate goal of losing weight. Okay, so you can get a friend and discuss with you, or you can Google and be realistic with your goals. Yeah. So before we go into the third step, we will talk about Fogg maxim number 1 is to help people do what they already want to do. Okay. So this is, common. We are humans and we don't like to be forced to do others stuff that we do not like or we did not do previously. We are creatures of habit. The third step is to match with specific behavior. It is to make a graph, which I will show on screen. High impact behaviors and low impact behaviors are like how effective will the habit work, and the yes and no is how willing you are and how capable you are in doing the behavior. Okay, so firstly we will start arranging according to the y-axis, according to the effectiveness of the behavior, and only then you arrange them according to the x-axis, which is how willing you are to do. Okay, now step 4. Okay, step 4 is to start tiny. Okay, is to start tiny. So for example, if you are a person who wants to exercise regularly, this is your New Year's resolution, and you are physically and mentally not prepared for it. So instead of setting yourself like 20 push-ups per day, okay, 20 push-ups per day, you go for just two push-ups a day. Okay, 2 push-ups a day, and it will be easier for you to do and easier for you to sustain it consistently. Okay, the key here is consistency. Okay, I don't care how many times you do it, like how many push-ups you do. I just want, okay, it just says that consistency really works. Okay, because even if you feel down, at least you do 2 push-ups on that day. Okay, actually achieve something, and not just doing nothing about it. Okay, 2 is more than 0. Does that make sense? Hopefully so. Okay, and so starting tiny is crucial, and you can actually take into the 5 factors. Okay, 5 factors that can affect your ability, which is time. Okay, do you have enough time to do that behavior? Money, do you have enough money to do the behavior? Physical effort, are you physically capable of doing the behavior? Mental effort, does the behavior requires a lot of creative or mental energy? And the 5th one is routine. Does this behavior fit into your current routine, or does it require you to make any adjustments? I'll put them all on the screen, and based on these 5 ability factors, you can tweak around with what you want to do with your your newly crafted habits. Okay, and number 5, now we will talk about the prompt. Okay, find a group prompt. Number 5. Okay, so you can view prompt as this way. It is like a switch. It's either on or off. It's binary, 1 or 0. Remember, 3 things are needed for a behavior to work: motivation, ability, and prompt. And prompt is the easiest to change. So there are 3 types of prompts you can use. Okay, first is the person prompt, which is quite unreliable because you depend on another person to remind you to do the behavior or do the habit. The second one is context. Okay, context prompt. What do I mean by context? Maybe you have some sticky notes. Okay, you have some sticky notes. You can stick all over your wall, or you can have reminders on your phone and whatnot. These are digital or physical reminders. The third one is the action prompt. Okay, this essentially is one of the most effective prompts that you can use. Okay, because it is based on your old habits. Okay, it builds on your old habit and brings and cultivates a new habit. Okay, so the formula or the saying of the action prompt will be: after I anchor, I will do the new habit. I can give you an example. After I pee in the morning, okay, I will do 2 push-ups, like immediately. okay? Or after I wake up from bed, I will say, today is going to be awesome. This is one of the Maui habits, okay, that is cited in the book, which actually helps significantly. If you feel like shit that day, you'll feel less shittier if you do that habit. Or you can do like, you can work on negative things too. After I feel upset, let's say, I will get out of the seat and drink some water. That will actually help to curb your bad temper also. So this prompt can actually help in many ways. Number 6, step 6. Okay, step 6, I will go hand in hand with the Fogg maxim too. Okay, step 6 is to celebrate success. Okay, what do I mean by celebrate success? It is actually based on Fogg maxim 2. Okay, it is to help people feel successful. Emotion creates habits. Humans are creatures of feelings. Okay, rather than tackling what you should be doing, try aiming for what you want to do first. Okay, having success on what you want to do cultivates the feelings, the feelings of success and confidence. Then you can slowly build on the momentum. Okay, as you have more and more success, you will have more and more momentum of confidence and success in order to tackle the should part. When you are doing the step 5, the after I anchor, I will do the new habit, and you celebrate immediately. Okay, the keyword here is immediately, because it will have the lasting effect on your brain, because your brain wants something like a microwave effect. You want something immediately. So just give it up. Okay, so we take advantage of the system. If you don't know how to celebrate, okay, you can try out celebration blitz, okay, which is recommended in the book. Is you choose a very, very untidy spot in your room and you clean it. Okay, so when you are cleaning it, every time you clean something, you celebrate. Okay, yes. Okay, this is how I celebrate. Yes. Okay, yes. It might seem fake and really acting at first, but as you grow familiar with it, it is really better to celebrate rather than blame yourself all the time. And last step is to troubleshoot, iterate, and expand. Okay, 5 skills are needed to expand your habit bank. Okay, so after you have completed some habits, let's say this week you are aiming to do 3 habits and you finish it, so don't just stop there. Okay, use these 5 skills. Behavior crafting, which is selecting and adjusting the habits you want in life, which is what we did just now, essentially repeating step 1 to step 6. Okay, number 2, self-insight, knowing which habits have meaning to you. Number 3, process, knowing when to push beyond tiny. It's like 2, you can maybe 5 next week. Okay, number 4 is context, redesigning your environment to make the habits easier. One of the useful tips that can use for this context redesigning, okay, let's say you want to lose weight. First thing you just need to the easiest thing you can do, okay, is a one-time thing. You can get rid of all the junk food in your house. You can get rid of all the ice cream, all the sugar stuff, and all the junk food and stuff, and replace them with fruits, with something healthier lah. Okay, and the 5th one is the mindset. Okay, is to embrace the new identity that you are going and that you want to embrace it. Okay, don't be afraid to change. Developing habit is a skill. Okay, practice the skills. Okay, as the saying goes, practice makes perfect. So if it is a skill, practice it. Practice making new tiny habits. When the good habits start to stack in, you only have 24 hours in one day, and you only have like this much mental capacity for the things that you have in one day. So if you have enough good habits, the bad habits will eventually be eliminated. Okay, so this is another way that the Fogg behavior model helps to kick out the bad habits. Bad habits can actually be cut away by using the Fogg behaviors model. Okay, same concept, just use the 3 behaviors. We don't really rely on motivation, but we can do the ability and the prompt. This is how the tiny habits work. Hopefully this video can help you to understand more about the tiny habits. If you really want to read more about it, you can go to Amazon to buy from it. Probably will link it down below, or you can just go to your nearest bookstore and purchase it. And that's it for today's video, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.